when you hear people talk about the NFL draft, they often say you draft players, not positions, right? Does the transfer portal work similarly?
Yeah, I mean, I do think, when you're looking at it, you're going to have your certain needs that you're looking for. So when you're going into the portal, one of the added benefits of the portal, you're actually seeing them play. You see what they can do. You see if they're a good pass rusher. You see if they're a good tackler, or if they're a good cover guy. So then you also see if they have versatility. And I think that's something else. Do you want a guy that's versatile? Then that's what you got to go after. Do you want a guy that can play corner and cover? Then that's what you go after. So I do think you're able to really kind of pinpoint exactly what your needs are for your specific team. And at wide receiver, we talked about it. You want size, we got size. If you want speed, we got speed. So I do think, you're able to look at that. We wanted a bigger back. So we went and got Tywee, who's a guy who's, 215, 18-pound guy who can break tackles. We didn't need another scat back. We have Evan Pryor, we have Manny Covey, so we got some guys that can do that. So I think you're able to go out and get the guys that you actually fit for your team.
I've got to think, and you saw it as the season unfolded toward the end, there was, I think you would admit this, a lack of explosiveness. So you sat down, I'm sure, and said, you know what, that's something that no matter what we do and who we bring in, that we have to address.
Absolutely. I mean, if you watch us play, you know that. I mean, Evan Pryor was probably a big play guy who, knocked off some big runs and catches. And I think we had to go out and get a guy to really that can catch a ball and run off with it and go get some yards. We had some solid receivers last year and they did some really nice things, but there comes point in times in these games where you have to go make a play. We've seen it with some teams we play. They catch a dig and all of a sudden they ride out for 50 yards. I mean, so we got to be able to have those type of guys. And if at least nothing else, you got to threaten the defense. All right, maybe you don't connect on some of those, but they do back up, and now that's going to create some more space underneath, and we're able to make some more big plays. So we wanted to go out and try to find some of those type guys, and I think hopefully we were able to do that.
You talked about Brendan Sorsby's involvement in recruiting some of these guys, and maybe there are players you wouldn't have been able to get had he not been involved. What does he do? What's his level of involvement like?
Yeah, no, he's extremely involved. He was in our offices as coaches every day that we bring guys in. So he's up there. What are we doing, Sorsby? Oh, just checking in, Coach. What we got today? So that's the way he was, and and he should be. Like you're a quarterback. You want to have some guys to throw the ball to, so you better go out and recruit these guys along with the coaches, because these players are going to come play for somebody they feel good about. And Brendan has he's got arm talent. He's got all the stuff you want, and so. He was able to sell these guys the fact that, hey, look, we need you, we want you, come here, let's get this thing going. And so he was texting them, he was calling them, he was talking to them, went to dinner with them, and just trying to build that relationship, that bond, because we all know that is huge for the quarterback receiver.